Hi, this is Laurie Wehring, and you're listening to Art Talks, the podcast bringing you news about the New Braunfels arts and talent industry during this COVID-19 pandemic. Each week, we'll feature Jason Irle, Executive Director of the Mid-Texas Symphony, Cheryl Fisher, Executive Director at the Braunfels Theater, and we'll feature a special guest representing a local organization to share how they're being affected and some messages of positivity. Today, I'm welcoming Jason, Cheryl, and Lisa Heymann, President at the Greater New Braunfels Arts Council. Welcome, everyone.
Hi there.
Hi, Laurie.
Hey, Laurie, how's it going?
So, Jason, since this is only our second podcast, can you talk a little bit about the purpose of this podcast again?
This podcast is a platform for all of us arts organizations to get some messaging out to our constituents and our communities who we serve about what's going on and about what programs and what exciting news that we have. It's really hard for everyone during this time to stay focused, stay positive. So here we are creating a platform for us to have a voice and to let people know that we're still here.
That's awesome. So how are you doing over at the Mid-Texas Symphony? How has this affected you, and are you seeing any positives come out of it?
Well, unfortunately, we did have to cancel our April 5th concert. However, our resolve is still very strong. We are finalizing our 2020-2021 season. We're hoping to launch that at the beginning of May for our current subscribers to renew their season tickets. I will tease the fact that we are very excited that we are increasing our New Braunfels programming quite a bit. We're actually returning to our normal concert model, which is 3 concerts in Seguin and 3 in New Braunfels. We'll be returning to some iconic venues, wink, wink, and then also some fan favorites. So we're excited about that, and spoke to our board chair this morning, and we cannot be happier with the way our patrons have responded and helped us through this time.
Well, that's really exciting to hear you're coming back to New Braunfels. When you're here, where do you play?
Normally, we play at Canyon High School Performing Arts Center. In the past, we had concerts at the New Braunfels Civic Center and at the Brauntex, and a few at Oakwood Baptist Church, and a few other places. But this next season, we'll actually be at 3 different venues and offering very unique and specifically designed programs to attract different parts of the community and different people and diversify the audience, so to speak. So,
well, we can't wait to hear all about it in May. That's very exciting. As I mentioned earlier today, we're joined by Lisa Heymann of the Greater New Braunfels Arts Council. Lisa, can you tell us about the organization and its mission?
Absolutely. The Arts Council was started in 1980 with the express purpose of supporting and promoting the arts in Comal County. Our board of directors, we have about 21 board of directors right now. Most of them represent each one of the art organizations, such as Mid-Texas Symphony and the Brauntex. But really our mission is just to do that, is to support and promote the arts, whether it's visual, performing, or literary arts, everything there. So we do everything in our power through advertising, promotion, sponsorships, and some fundraising, and even community awareness. That's what we're here for.
Lisa, that's really awesome. And I just want to say to all of our listeners and to everyone who might be out there, on another note, I want to thank you so much for your leadership of the New Braunfels Arts Council. I was involved with the Arts Council when I first started at the Brauntex back in 2011, and where it's come and where it is now, it's amazing. And I just want to say thank you for all of your leadership and help in getting the organization activated. And I was looking forward to this interview because I want to know, how has this pandemic affected the Arts Council? I'd like to know a little bit of what you're experiencing and what the other organizations are telling you.
I appreciate that very much, Jason. Really, I do. I think we take cues from our art organizations, and we do our best to promote what they have going on. And right now, there's not a lot happening, but we are. Let's put it this way: once everything gets going again, whenever that is, we want to be one of the resources that the art community uses. Our Center for the Arts that we opened in 2019 in Green Lake Village, unfortunately right now has its doors closed. But that Center for the Arts is there to provide space for our art organizations to have meetings, art shows, workshops, rehearsals, things like that. So I do think that our biggest contribution will be coming up, and that is to help our art organizations get back on track. The Art Council itself has had some impact with this. We've had to cancel our largest event, the Dinner with the Arts, or this year we were calling it Evening with the Arts. That's where we are able to show off all of our art organizations and what they do, and give awards for significant contributors to the arts community. We have not been able to do that this year. And we're looking at possibly pushing it to 2021, which would be a year without Dinner with the Arts. And that, to me, is sad, but it is what has to happen. We also have to back off. If we have a large event and try to put that on at the end of the year, it may detract from everything else our art organizations have going on. So we have to stay in the background and do our best to support those art organizations so that they can get back on track. The Art Council itself will be there for support, but they come first, not us. So even though we're a little upset about events being canceled, we're okay with that, if that's what it means to be as supportive as possible.
Lisa, that's awesome. I love the balance and the support that you're providing to our organizations, and it's awesome. I had the chance last year of visiting and attending the art stroll, I believe, at Green Lake Village there, and I think there was maybe 70 arts vendors, artists there representing their products and selling, and it was amazing. Is that another possible event that could happen again, or is it coming back?
Yes, the Fall into Art Festival. It's something we started in 2016. Mm-hmm. And we had not really had a big art festival in New Braunfels in the past. So we decided to put this together as a fundraiser for the Community Endowment for the Arts. And it was successful the first year, beyond successful the first year, which is sometimes unheard of with art festivals. But we've continued it since then. We do plan on having it this year, October 17th and 18th. However, we are aware that other organizations will be trying to reschedule their events at the same time. So we're going to take this day by day. We are currently taking artist applications for the festival. You can find the link on our website, gnbac.org. But we will wait until June to make the final decision. We're pretty flexible with our venue. We are blessed to have Green Lake Village be our venue for this particular event. And if we have to move the date, I'm sure it will not be an issue. But the point of this festival was to give our visual artists, and actually all of our artists, exposure to the whole community. And a lot of people come in from out of town for this particular festival. So we are hoping and crossing our fingers that we will be able to do this, but we will stay as flexible as possible.
It was a really fun event, Lisa. It was awesome. My wife and I went. We had a blast, and I'm excited that it's going to come back, and I believe I'm positive that we'll be there. Do you have any human interest stories that have come about during this time? Anything positive, funny to share with the audience? Anything interesting?
Gosh, I think the most positive thing really has been the community's support of all of our art organizations. Just anecdotally, you have some members of the management of art organizations, some of our live theaters, things like that, who are just raving about the amount of support they are getting from their ticket holders, patrons, just telling them to hang in there, paying attention on Facebook as they try to communicate through social media. The response has been amazing. And I would say, just in general, I think without the arts, this would be a very different quarantine experience. You have movies, music. A lot of the museums are doing virtual tours. Without these art outlets, I think we'd be a little bit more upset, and it would be harder for us to cope. So I'm very happy that the arts are there to fulfill a spot in everyone's heart during this time.
Well, Lisa has to work with an organization that includes so many different levels and platforms of arts and arts expression. And whether it's visual performing, that's a lot of different platforms and a lot of different personalities. And I just have to say what an amazing job that Lisa does in keeping this organization not just going, but interesting and where people want to be a part of it. And it's so vital to our arts community, to every one of us, to have that kind of representation. So having said that, though, I am curious to find out what kind of music, what kind of art, paintings, poetry, books, literature. What's going to come out from this great intermission or great pause that we're in? And I think some really good things will come from it.
So, Lisa, what can listeners do to help? I know that you started a fundraising page. What is the purpose? I mean, what are you trying to do so we can help and we can get the word out on that?
Yes, what we decided to do is, and granted, right now it is hard to fundraise. Everyone is looking out for their own wallets, and I understand that completely. There's people out of work and things like that. But we thought we would put a fundraiser through youhelp.com. There is a link on our website, gnbac.org. That money that we raise is going to go directly into it's a relief fund for our art organizations. Once we get to a point where we can start giving these funds to our art organizations, we'll have a committee put together where it's virtual or in person, and start thinking about the needs and how to get that money to them. We are definitely still taking donations through that particular app, but there are also other ways to give. If you'd like to become just a public member of the Arts Council, you can. For $45 for a year, you get a membership card, and you get to take advantage of our art organization's discounts for our members, such as buy one, get one free from Circle Arts Theater. Jason, the Texas Symphony, is giving some discounts on tickets through this membership. So that money also goes into helping the arts. And then in 2016, we created the Community Endowment for the Arts. And with the money that is made through investments, we are able to give that money every year. Now, of course, right now it may not look terribly positive because of the stock market, things like that, but it will rebound. So if you'd like to give to the Community Endowment for the Arts, you can do that as well. So there are many different ways you can give to the arts that goes directly into our arts in this community specifically.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Jason and Cheryl. Thanks to all of you for joining me today. And thanks, listeners, for joining us for Art Talks. We'll be posting new episodes weekly on Thursdays featuring local arts organizations. If you have any questions, you can email us at arttalks@mtsymphony.org. Have a great day, and thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.